cold wind sweeps the skyline. Lights flicker across glass towers. A city that never stops moving.
Narrator, VO.
It was supposed to be a night of celebration. But in one of Manhattan's most expensive halls, something unthinkable was about to happen. In Grand Hotel Ballroom, night.
À $200 plate Charity Gala.
Politicians, doctors, billionaires. Everyone's here to honor one man, Anthony Russo, a figure both feared and respected. Beside him, his only son, Daniel Russo, 27, charming, confident, his future already written in gold. Daniel, to the crowd. Tonight we raise our glasses for the people who heal others. The doctors who never give up. The audience claps, smiling. Cameras flash. Then Daniel blinks. His smile freezes. His hand trembles. The glass slips, shattering on marble. He collapses. Woman in crowd. Oh my God. Someone call 911. In Manhattan General Hospital, emergency room, night. Alarms. Chaos. Top doctors rush in. Dr. Rebecca Lane. He's coding. Push epinephrine now. Defibrillator shock. Heart monitor, flatline. Nurse. We're losing him. Dr. Lane. Again. Nothing.
Narrator, VO.
Within hours, the world's best doctors were flown in. From Boston, LA, even Zurich. 100 doctors. But not a single answer. In hospital hallway, 3 a.m. Dim lights hum. A janitor, Michael Hale, 62, mopping the floor. Quiet. Invisible. But watching everything. Inside ICU panic. Alarms. Michael stops, listening. Nurse? OS. He's crashing again. Michael steps closer, pushes open the door. Michael. Turn off the 4. Nurse. Excuse me? You can't be here. Michael. Turn off. The nurse hesitates, then unplugs the 4 pump. The monitor steadies. Silence. Everyone stares. Nurse whispers. How did you know? Michael's eyes darken. Michael. Because I've seen this before. In hospital storage room. Later. Michael opens a small metal locker. Inside, an old military badge. U.S. Medical Research Division, Project Mirage. He stares at it, trembling hands. Michael, softly. God help us. It's happening again. In ICU morning. Dr. Lane reviews Daniel's chart. Stable but no medical explanation. She spots Michael quietly sweeping. Dr. Lane. You were here last night. What did you do? Michael. Just cleaned up. Dr. Lane. Don't play games with me. Michael, calm. Then don't play with him. She watches him walk away, unease creeping in. In Anthony Russo's office, day. Anthony throws a whiskey glass. Anthony. Someone did this to my boy. Find them, I don't care how. His men nod. Outside, rain pounds against glass. In hospital basement, night. Dr. Lane finds Michael studying old patient files. Dr. Lane. You're not supposed to be here. Michael. Neither are those symptoms in a normal human being. He turns the folder toward her. Photos, DNA scans, strange tissue mutations. Michael. This isn't an illness. It's a weapon. Dr. Lane. What do you mean, weapon? Michael. Project Mirage. 1987. Classified experiments on human adaptation. They called it genetic evolution. I called it a curse.
Narrator, VO.
By morning, the hospital became a fortress. Cameras everywhere. Armed men outside. And somewhere in that building, a truth that could shake the world. ICU night. Alarms echo. Daniel's vitals remain unstable. Dr. Lane paces beside the bed. Exhausted. Coffee cup in hand. Michael leans silently in the corner. Hands behind his back. Eyes tracking every monitor change. Dr. Lane. To herself. No virus.
No toxin.
Nothing. What the hell is wrong with him? Michael. It's not in the blood. It's in the cells. Dr. Lane spins toward him. Dr. Lane. Cells? What are you talking about? Michael. The way his body is reacting. It's engineered. Someone manipulated it decades ago. Dr. Lane decides to humor him. Engineered? By who? Michael doesn't answer. He just looks at Daniel. His jaw tightens. In hospital storage room, night. Michael opens a small, dusty metal cabinet. Inside, folders marked Project Mirage, classified, with yellowing pages. He flips to a page with DNA sequences and chemical diagrams.
Michael, V.O.
I swore I'd never touch this again, but when they brought him in, I knew. He mutters a warning to himself. Michael, they never stop testing. In doctor's lounge, night. Dr. Lane sits with Dr. Fields and two other specialists. She hesitates, then speaks. Dr. Lane, there's someone in the building. Someone who knows something. Dr. Fields. Who? Dr. Lane. I don't know yet, but he just appeared. And for some reason, Daniel's vitals stabilized after following his instructions. Dr. Fields. Sounds like a ghost story. Dr. Lane. I wish it was. In hospital hallway, night. Michael pushes his mop silently. He stops outside Daniel's room. A nurse adjusts the lights, oblivious to his gaze. Michael whispering, not yet. He crouches slightly, studying the fluorescent lights above. The hum of electricity seems louder than usual.
Narrator, V.O.
100 doctors looked at data, charts, monitors. Only one man saw the pattern in the light. In security office, night. Security footage shows Michael moving through hallways. Anthony Russo's bodyguard, Marco, reviews it on a tablet.
Marco.
Who's this? A janitor? Anthony, VO, via phone. Don't ignore it. Watch him. He's more important than he looks.
Marco frowns, confused.
In SU, later. Daniel's pulse begins to spike. Dr. Lane frantically checks the monitors. Dr. Lane. We're losing him. Michael steps forward. Michael. Shut off the lights. All of them. Dr. Lane. What? That's not. Michael's eyes burn with authority. Michael. Trust me. Reluctantly, Dr. Lane switches off the overhead lights. The soft emergency lighting glows. Daniel's vitals begin to stabilize again. Nurse, in awe. It's working. Dr. Lane. To Michael. Who are you? Michael looks at her, tired and haunted. Michael. Someone who saw the same thing decades ago, and swore he'd never see it again. In hospital basement, night. Michael retrieves a small USB drive from his locker. He plugs it into a portable tablet. Files pop up. Project Mirage, Human Cell Evolution. Photos of previous test subjects, people frozen in time, some dead. Chemical formulas. High-frequency light diagrams.
Michael, V.O.
They said it was discontinued. They lied. A shadow moves behind him. He freezes. It's Agent Carter, former NSA contact, tough, calculating. Agent Carter. I told you to stay gone. Michael. I can't. Not this time. The boy. They're testing him now. Agent Carter. Then we're going back in. XT. Hospital roof, night. Michael and Agent Carter survey the city. Sirens wail in the distance.
Narrator, V.O.
One man, one secret. One child unknowingly at the center of a decades-old conspiracy. Michael exhales smoke, staring down at the ICU below. Michael, this isn't just about saving him. It's about stopping them from doing it again. Agent Carter. Then we move fast. In ICU, continuous. Lights flicker. Daniel sleeps stable. Dr. Lane watches Michael from a distance. Confusion. Suspicion. Hope.
Der. Lane, V.O.
He's just a janitor, but maybe, just maybe, he's the only one who can save him. In hospital basement, night. Dim fluorescent lights flicker. Dust hangs in the air. Michael Hale crouches by a metal cabinet. A single tablet illuminates his face, revealing decades of secrets. Michael whispering, years buried, and now it's all back. He taps a folder labeled Project Mirage, Human Cell Evolution. Files slide across the screen, genetic diagrams, high-frequency light protocols, patient photos.
Michael, VO.
They told us it was discontinued, but experiments like this, they never truly stop. Flashback, Desert Lab, 1987. A military lab hidden in the Arizona desert. Scientists in white coats hover over restrained test subjects. A younger Michael, 27, in a lab uniform, injects a glowing serum into a subject. Scientist number 1. We need faster adaptation. The program demands it. Michael, hesitant. We're playing with lives. This isn't a trial anymore. It's a weapon. The commanding officer slams his hand on the table. Commander, orders are orders, Hale. You either finish this, or you disappear. The young Michael looks at the subjects, haunted.
Michael, VO.
I swore I'd never let this happen again. I swore I'd never see it in another person. Back to present, hospital basement. Michael closes his eyes, shaking off the memory. A folder slides out from under the cabinet. Subject 47, Russo. He freezes. The name is circled multiple times. His hands tremble. Michael. No, it can't be him. In ICU, same time. Dr. Lane reviews Daniel's latest scans. Everything looks normal, except for subtle irregularities in cell behavior. Dr. Lane. This doesn't make sense. His cells are changing. She glances toward Michael, standing quietly at the edge of the room. Dr. Lane, to herself. What does he know that we don't? In hospital security office, night. Marco, Anthony Russo's bodyguard, monitors every camera. He notices Michael entering a restricted area.
Marco.
Boss, we've got a problem. Someone's moving where they shouldn't. Anthony Russo, tense, glances at the monitor.
Anthony, VO.
Find out who he is. And if he touches my son, deal with it. In hospital basement, later. Michael and Agent Carter examine the hidden files. Photos of test subjects frozen mid-experiment. Chemicals, formulas, and notes in code. Agent Carter. You can't do this alone. They've got connections. Military. Mafia. Government. Michael. I didn't ask to be dragged back in. But if Daniel dies, I'll be the one carrying the guilt. Agent Carter. Then we move fast. She pulls out a laptop, connecting to a secure network. Agent Carter. We need evidence. Proof. Otherwise, nobody will believe us. Michael nods. He types quickly, accessing encrypted data from decades ago. In hospital office, night.
Anthony Russo passes, frustration munting. Marco stan silently.
Anthony. Doctors can't solve it, so it must be sabotage. Someone inside this building wants my son dead.
Marco.
Do you want me to search the staff? Anthony. Everyone. No one leaves until I know who's responsible. In hospital basement, night. Michael and Carter cross-reference files. One file stands out. Subject 47, Russo, light frequency reaction. Michael. This isn't a disease. Daniel is reacting to engineered light frequencies. Agent Carter. Then every monitor, every light, every device in that ICU is a potential trigger. Michael, grimly. We need to control the environment before it's too late. XT. Hospital rooftop, night. Michael lights a cigarette, surveying the city below. Agent Carter stands beside him, scanning nearby rooftops. Michael. I failed once. I swore I'd never see another child used as a test subject. Agent Carter. Then fix it this time, before someone else dies.
Narrator, VO.
100 doctors were blind. One janitor saw the pattern. But the deeper the secret, the higher the stakes. Michael exhales, the smoke curling like a warning over the city. In ICU, night. Lights flicker in Daniel's room. Michael checks the monitors, adjusting frequencies. Dr. Lane watches, unsure whether to trust him. Dr. Lane. You're saying the lights were hurting him? Michael. Not just hurting. They were designed to kill. Daniel breathes steadily. For the first time since the collapse, there's a sense of hope.
Narrator, VO.
Project Mirage wasn't over, and the Russo heir was caught in the crossfire. Fade in. XT. New York City, night. Rain glistens on the streets. Police sirens echo in the distance. The skyline is alive, yet beneath the city's glamour, invisible battles rage.
Narrator, VO.
When power, money, and secrets collide, even the brightest minds can be blinded. Tonight, the Russo family is at the center of a storm they can't control. In Anthony Russo's office, night.
Anthony Russo passes.
The city glows behind his office window. His men, including Marco, stand silently. Anthony. No hospital in the country can save him. Not the best doctors. Not the smartest specialists. So someone inside is sabotaging him.
Marco.
Do you want me to search the staff, boss? Anthony. Everyone. Everyone in this building is a suspect. And if anyone dares lie, they won't see daylight again. Marco nods, tension written on his face. In hospital, security office, night. Marco infiltrates the security office. He reviews CCTV footage of staff movements. Michael Hale's every step is under scrutiny.
Marco.
Into earpiece. Yes, he's moving through the basement now. Don't take your eyes off him. A flicker of hesitation crosses his face. He knows Michael isn't ordinary, but he doesn't yet know why. In hospital basement, night. Michael and Agent Carter continue analyzing the Project Mirage files. The tablet screen shows Daniel's genetic sequence overlaying high-frequency light patterns. Agent Carter. They've weaponized light. Every device, every monitor, every overhead lamp could be a trigger. Michael. It's worse than that. They're testing not just the Russo family. They're perfecting it for anyone with the right resources. Agent Carter. Then we're running out of time. Michael nods grimly, scrolling through the encrypted files. Flashback. Government lab. 1992. Young Michael stands among scientists. Subjects lie restrained, connected to lights, wires, and monitors. Commander, if you want results, stop thinking of them as people. They're subjects. Variables. Michael's hands shake as he injects a serum into a subject.
Michael, VO.
I left that life behind. Or at least I thought I did. Now it's back. And this time, the subject is someone I can't ignore. In SU night. Dr. Lane monitors Daniel's vitals, still suspicious of Michael. Dr. Lane. Turning to Michael. If you're wrong, he could die. Michael. I'm not wrong. Turn off all the overhead lights and cover the monitors. Keep only emergency lighting. The nurses hesitate but comply. Daniel's heart rate stabilizes. Nurse. I don't understand. Michael. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to survive long enough for me to fix it. In hospital, hallway, night. Anthony Russo and Marco stand outside the ICU, watching surveillance monitors. Anthony. Find out who's moving around my son. I don't care if it's a doctor, a janitor, or a ghost.
Marco.
Yes, boss. On the monitors, Michael and Carter move through the basement, oblivious to the observation.
Narrator, VO.
The walls of the hospital weren't safe. Every step, every decision, being watched by eyes loyal to money and fear. In hospital basement, night. Michael and Carter analyze a folder labeled Subject 47, Light Frequency Reactions. Charts, photos, notes, decades of experimentation. Michael. This isn't just about saving Daniel. They're testing something bigger, a program designed to manipulate human biology. Agent Carter. Then we need to gather proof. We can't just stop the experiment, we need to expose it. Michael. And if Anthony Russo finds out I'm behind this, he won't just kill me. In SU night. Daniel sleeps. Machines beep softly. Dr. Lane watches Michael adjust the emergency lighting.
Lane, VO.
He's just a janitor, but maybe he's the only one who sees what the rest of us can't. Michael notices a flickering light. He quickly covers it with a blackout shield. Daniel's vitals remain steady. Michael whispering, "Stay alive. Just a little longer." XT. Hospital rooftop, night. Michael and Carter overlook the city. Agent Carter. You're risking everything. Mafia, government, hospital security. Michael. I don't have a choice. I failed before. I won't fail him. The wind whips across their faces. The skyline glows, indifferent.
Narrator, VO.
When power collides with secrecy, even the smartest minds can be blind. But one man sees the truth, and the clock is ticking. In hospital basement, night. Michael Hale stands over the tablet, scrolling through Project Mirage files. Agent Carter is on the phone, quietly coordinating contacts. Dr. Lane enters cautiously, carrying a stack of patient charts. Dr. Lane. Michael, I don't even know if I should trust you. Michael doesn't turn. Michael, trust me or your patient dies. The lights in that ICU aren't just monitors. They're triggers. Dr. Lane hesitates, looking at Daniel's stable vitals on a nearby monitor. She sets the charts down. Dr. Lane. Fine. We're partners. For now. Michael finally looks at her, a ghost of a smile on his face. Michael. Good. We'll need every piece of information. Project Mirage didn't end in the 80s. It never ended. Michael pulls out a hidden drawer in the cabinet. Inside, old flash drives, labeled with decades-old test subjects and light frequency formulas. Michael. This is it. Every file I couldn't destroy back then. It's all here. Dr. Lane. And you're telling me this is why Daniel's body reacted the way it did? Michael nods. Michael. The kid is engineered to respond or fail based on specific light frequencies. And whoever controls the lights controls life and death. In ICU night. Dr. Lane adjusts the emergency lighting. Michael demonstrates how to shield Daniel from harmful frequencies. Michael. Emergency lighting only. Cover any flickers. Even the tiniest spike could trigger organ failure. Dr. Lane. This is insane. A janitor teaching a top physician how to save a patient. Michael. Call it what you want. I call it survival. In hospital office, night. Anthony Russo meets with Marco. He's frustrated and tense. Anthony. The boy's still alive, but for how long? Find out who's inside meddling.
Marco.
Yes, boss. I've got eyes on every corner of the hospital. Anthony's eyes narrow. A storm of anger and fear. Anthony. No one interferes with my family. No one. In hospital basement. Night. Dr. Lane examines genetic data on the tablet. Dr. Lane. So this Project Mirage, it's decades old. We're talking about experiments that were classified and never stopped. Michael. Exactly. And Daniel is the only heir they chose to test the latest version. Dr. Lane. Who would do this now? The government? The military? Michael. Someone powerful. Someone who knows they can't be caught. Agent Carter steps in, holding a new tablet. Agent Carter. I hacked into a secure network. Files show ongoing research and a list of potential subjects. Daniel's not the only one. Dr. Lane. God. It's bigger than I imagined. XT. Hospital rooftop, night. Michael, Lane, and Carter survey the city. Agent Carter. We need an escape plan. The moment Anthony Russo realizes we're inside, we're targets. Michael. And we can't just hide. We have to expose the files. Find proof before they can erase it all. Dr. Lane looks at Michael, conflicted but resolute. Dr. Lane. We're partners now. Let's make it count.
Narrator, VO.
Two unlikely allies, bound by desperation, trust forged in danger. And the clock is ticking. In hospital basement, night. Michael maps out the hospital's electrical grid. He shows Dr. Lane and Carter the exact lights and devices that could trigger Daniel's reactions. Michael. These sensors, the monitors, even the overhead lights, they're all rigged. We control them, we control life. Dr. Lane. Then let's control them. Michael nods, a grim determination in his eyes. Michael. And we need to move fast. Tomorrow, Anthony will tighten security. The room, the files, everything will be locked down. In ICU night. Dr. Lane sits beside Daniel, quietly monitoring. Michael adjusts shielding around the lights. Carter works on decrypting hidden files in the corner.
Lane, veo.
A janitor, a spy, a doctor. The odds are against us. But maybe, just maybe, we can beat them at their own game. Daniel stirs slightly, as if sensing the hope around him.
Narrator, veo.
When the world's best doctors failed, sometimes it takes the unseen, the untrained, and the brave to turn the tide. The streets are slick with rain. Neon lights reflect on puddles. Sirens wail in the distance.
Narrator, veo.
Every secret has a source. Every weapon has a maker. And sometimes, the hunter must become the hunted. In hospital basement, night. Michael, Dr. Lane, and Agent Carter huddle over the decrypted files. A 3D map of the hospital and surrounding city appears on a tablet. Michael, Project Mirage isn't just here. It's old, but it's still active. There's a lab hidden off the grid. If we want answers, that's where we go. Dr. Lane, a lab? Where? Michael taps a location in the Bronx. Michael, here. Abandoned for years, officially shut down. But unofficially, they never stop testing. Agent Carter. Then we move at night. No one follows. We can't risk the Mafia finding out. XT. Bronx Industrial District, night. Michael drives a black SUV. Dr. Lane in the passenger seat, clutching files. Carter sits in back, scanning the area with binoculars. Dr. Lane, you really used to work there? Michael, I wasn't just janitor. I oversaw the cleanup, the experiments, the failures, and I swore I'd never step foot in that lab again. Agent Carter, then tonight you're risking everything for a kid who isn't even yours. Michael, he's not just a kid. He's the next target. And if we don't stop it, hundreds more will be next. XT. Abandoned lab, night. A decrepit industrial building. Broken windows. Graffiti on the walls. The SUV pulls into a shadowed alley. Michael, stay sharp. This place isn't abandoned, not entirely. They approach silently. Carter picks the lock to the side door. Clicks. They slip inside. In abandoned lab, night. Dusty floors. Rusted equipment. Old computers blink with faint lights. File cabinets lined against the walls. Michael, every experiment, every subject, every failure archived here. He opens a metal cabinet. Inside, photos of Daniel as a toddler, notes labeled Subject 47, Russo, and vials of unknown substances. Dr. Lane, they've been tracking him since birth. Michael, and manipulating him. He's not sick by chance. He's engineered. In lab control room, night. They enter a control room. Faded monitors flicker to life. One screen displays light frequency protocol active. Agent Carter. Looks like someone's still running tests. Michael is live, even after all these years. He pulls out a portable hard drive. Data downloads rapidly. He shakes his head. Michael, they've upgraded the protocol. Daniel's body, it's part of the system. In lab hallway, night. Footsteps echo. Carter signals silence. They hide behind rusted equipment. Two men enter armed, speaking in hushed tones.
Man Raute 1.
Check the monitors. If Russo dies, we need a new subject.
Man Raute 2.
Don't worry. The kid's programmed to survive. For now. Michael clenches his fists. Michael whispering. They're still testing him. Even now. Dr. Lane. We have to get this data back. And fast. In lab main room, night. Michael hacks into the mainframe. Carter covers the door with a gun. Dr. Lane copies files onto her laptop. Agent Carter. We're running out of time. Michael. One more second. The download completes. Files labeled Subject 47, Final Protocol, are now in their possession. Michael exhales, shaking. Michael, this proves it. They've been planning this for decades, and Daniel's just the beginning. XT. Abandoned lab, night. They slip out into the shadows. Sirens wail in the distance. Someone is alerted. Dr. Lane. They're on to us. Michael. Then we disappear. For now. Agent Carter. Next step. Expose them. Before it's too late.
Narrator, VO.
The hunt revealed the truth. But truth carries danger. And the deeper they dig, the closer the shadows creep. Michael, Dr. Lane, and Agent Carter return with the stolen Project Mirage files. The basement is dark, quiet, too quiet. Agent Carter. Something feels off. Michael freezes. Michael. We're not alone. A shadow moves near the stairwell. A familiar voice echoes. Voice. Going somewhere, gentlemen? And lady? It's Nurse Hansen, a trusted ICU nurse who had assisted Daniel's care. She holds a phone, recording them. Dr. Lane. Hansen. What are you doing? Nurse Hansen. I'm making sure my employers know who's meddling. You think the Russo family will just let this slide? Michael's jaw tightens. Michael. You betrayed him, his life. Nurse Hansen. I didn't betray him. I betrayed the hospital. And right now, the Mafia wants results. In Russo security office, night. Marco smirks, reviewing Hansen's live feed. Anthony Russo leans back in his chair, whiskey in hand. Anthony. I knew someone would crack under pressure. Now we see who's really loyal. Marco. They're in the basement. Files are being accessed. Anthony. Seal the building. No one leaves until I get my son. In hospital basement. Night. Michael steps toward Hansen, calm but fierce. Michael. You've put a child in danger. Do you have any idea what you've done? Nurse Hansen. You don't understand. They'll kill me if I don't. Agent Carter steps forward. Agent Carter. Then you should have thought of that before betraying your conscience. Hansen hesitates, torn between fear and guilt. Dr. Lane. We can still fix this. Help us or you'll regret what comes next. Hansen looks at the stolen files. Her resolve crumbles. Nurse Hansen. Fine. I'll help. In ICU night. Daniel sleeps, oblivious. Dr. Lane and Michael shield him from harmful light frequencies, adjusting monitors. Dr. Lane. How many more layers of betrayal can this kid survive? Michael. More than you think. They don't understand what they've created. In hospital basement. Night. Hansen begins guiding Carter through the hospital's internal network. They locate hidden surveillance feeds and Mafia monitoring devices. Agent Carter. They're watching every exit. If we move wrong, Russo will know. Michael examines the files, grim. Michael. This isn't just about saving him anymore. It's about exposing the conspiracy before more lives are used as lab rats. In hospital hallway, night. Footsteps echo outside the basement. Marco and two henchmen patrol, unaware of the countermeasures Hansen just activated. Michael whispering, "Stay low. They won't see us until it's too late." Carter nods, scanning the monitors. Agent Carter. We've got one shot. Move fast. They slip out of the basement through a hidden service tunnel, unseen. XT. City alley, night. Michael, Lane, Carter, and Hansen emerge into the rain. The distant sound of sirens mixes with the city hum. Dr. Lane. We're not safe yet. Russo knows someone's interfering. Michael looks at the stolen files, determination in his eyes. Michael. Then we turn the tables. If they want to play with lives, we'll expose the truth before they can finish the experiment. Hansen shivers under the cold rain, guilt and fear in her eyes.
Narrator, VO.
Betrayal can cut deeper than bullets. But in the shadows of fear, a new alliance forms. One that may just be strong enough to survive. In safe house, night. The group arrives at a temporary safe house. Michael sets up the files, encrypted and backed up. Carter rigs a signal jammer to block any surveillance. Dr. Lane monitors Daniel's vitals remotely. Dr. Lane. He's stable, for now. Michael. Stable is a luxury we can't afford. Tomorrow, we hunt them. And end this before it goes too far. Agent Carter. One wrong move and Russo will know everything. Michael clenches his fists. Michael. Then we make the move that counts. Rain pounds against the windows. Michael, Dr. Lane, Agent Carter, and Hansen gather around a table stacked with files and laptops. Michael. We've got everything, genetic sequences, light protocols, surveillance logs. Now we just need to connect the dots. Dr. Lane. Michael, what exactly did they do to Daniel? Michael takes a deep breath, hesitant. Michael. He's not sick. He's engineered. Every cell, every reaction, calculated. They didn't just make him vulnerable, they made him a weapon. Hansen gasps. Nurse Hansen. They what? Michael. Not by accident. Every experiment, every test, leading to this moment. In flashback, Project Mirage Lab, 1987. Younger Michael stands among scientists and military officers. One officer hands him a file marked, Subject 47, Russo. Commander. He's the one. The boy has the right DNA. Every variable controlled. The perfect test subject. Michael stares at the infant in the lab, a mixture of horror and determination on his face.
Michael, VO.
They chose him before he even took his first breath. Back to safe house. Dr. Lane scrolls through Daniel's genetic profile on her laptop. Dr. Lane. Oh my God, his DNA. It's designed to react to light in ways no human should. Michael. Exactly. And the manipulations didn't stop with him. Project Mirage, it's still active. Still testing. Agent Carter. Who's running it now? Who's the mastermind? Michael hesitates, a grim shadow across his face. Michael. The someone you'd never expect. Someone with power, influence, and zero conscience. In Russo headquarters, night. Anthony Russo sits alone, reviewing Daniel's hospital charts. A photo of Michael Hale flickers on a screen. Anthony. So he thinks he can save my son. No one controls what I created.
Marco guachi silently. Anisi. Marco.
Boss. If he gets those files, Anthony, he will regret it. No one interferes with Russo blood. No one.
Marco guachi silently. Anisi. Marco.
Boss. If he gets those files, Anthony, he will regret it. No one interferes with Russo blood. No one. In safe house, night. Hansen trembles as she hands Michael a USB drive. Nurse Hansen. This has everything. Every subject, every protocol. They even marked Daniel from birth. Michael takes it, eyes hard. Michael. This confirms it. He's the latest iteration of decades of human experiments. Dr. Lane. We have to show someone. Expose it before more children are used. Agent Carter. Not just anyone. The wrong person could destroy the files or worse. Michael nods, a plan forming. In abandoned warehouse, night. They meet a former government whistleblower. Dr. Hayes, 60s, wary, paranoid. He examines the files with shock. Dr. Hayes. I thought this was buried. Decades ago, we stopped it. But they never did. Michael. They're still testing. Daniel is just the beginning. Dr. Hayes studies the genetic patterns. Dr. Hayes. The boy, he's been manipulated since birth. The cells, the light frequency response. It's all designed to enhance or destroy. Michael clenches his fists. Michael. Then we stop it. Before they can finish. XT. City skyline, night. Michael. Dr. Lane, Carter, and Hansen stand on a rooftop, overlooking the city lights. The files are in their possession, proof of decades-long experiments. Agent Carter. We've got the proof. But Russo will come for us. And he won't stop. Michael. Then we make the first move. Expose the truth, save Daniel, and end this nightmare.
Narrator, VO.
The revelation is clear. The boy wasn't sick by chance. He was the result of decades of human experimentation. And now, those who dared play God would face the consequences. In safe house, night. Michael looks at Daniel's monitor. Steady. Stable. Michael whispering. You're stronger than they ever imagined. And now we fight back. Dr. Lane places a hand on his shoulder. Dr. Lane, let's bring this to light together.
Narrator, VO.
The hidden truth is finally revealed. But revelation is only the beginning. The war for Daniel's life is just starting. XT. New York City night. Rain drizzles over the streets. The skyline glows ominously. Sirens echo in the distance. Chaos waiting to erupt.
Narrator, VO.
When the truth is dangerous, and the guilty are desperate, confrontation becomes inevitable. In Safe House night. Michael, Dr. Lane, Agent Carter, and Hansen prepare for the showdown. The stolen Project Mirage files are ready to be released to the media and authorities. Michael, Russo knows we have the files. He'll come for us, and he won't hesitate. Agent Carter, we have the element of surprise. Use it wisely. Dr. Lane, we're risking everything. Daniel, our lives. Michael, exactly. That's why we can't fail. XT. Abandoned warehouse, night. Anthony Russo's convoy of black SUVs approaches the safe house perimeter. Marco and armed enforcers scan the streets. Anthony, bring them out. No files leave this city. No one interferes with Russo blood. The convoy slows, enforcers spreading out, guns ready. In Safe House, night. Michael and Carter peek through the blinds. Agent Carter, they've surrounded us. Any wrong move and it's over. Michael grabs his jacket, determination in his eyes. Michael, then we end this tonight. We go to them, not wait for them to come to us. Dr. Lane, are you crazy? Michael,
No, calculated.
we expose the truth, we save Daniel, and we take away their power. XT. Warehouse rooftop, night. Michael, Dr. Lane, and Carter step onto the rooftop across from Russo's convoy. Hansen coordinates an electronic signal jam, cutting communications to the SUVs. Michael, now Carter, block the cameras. Lane, prepare to livestream the files. Agent Carter, on it. Dr. Lane, this is insane, we could die. Michael, then we die making sure he lives. XT. Warehouse grounds, night. Marco and Russo's enforcers move forward cautiously. Suddenly, every surveillance camera blacks out. The SUV's engines falter, signal interference. Anthony, what the hell?
Michael, VO.
Time to show them the cost of secrets. Michael activates a loudspeaker. Michael,
Anthony Russo.
the files are public. Project Mirage is exposed. Stop the experiment, or face the consequences. In Warehouse, night. Enforcers rush to the trucks, confused by the blackout. Russo slams his fist against the dashboard. Anthony, find them, now. Marco hesitates, realizing the tables have turned.
Marco.
Boss, it's too late. The files, they're already out. XT. City skyline, night. Dr. Lane streams the files to multiple news outlets and social media. Screens across the city light up with Project Mirage's truth. Photos, formulas, evidence of Daniel's engineered DNA. Dr. Lane, it's done. They can't hide anymore. XT. Warehouse, night. Russo, enraged, stands with Marco and the remaining enforcers. Michael steps forward, files in hand, defiance in his eyes. Michael, you've played God long enough. No more experiments. No more children. Anthony, you think you can stop me? Michael's eyes meet Russo's. Michael, I already have. The world knows your secrets now. In Safe House, night. Carter and Hansen monitor the live stream. Police sirens grow louder as authorities respond to the files being exposed. Agent Carter, they're coming for Russo. The evidence is undeniable. Hansen, he'll never forgive me. Michael, then he'll deal with it alone. Daniel, he's safe. That's what matters. In SU night. Daniel sleeps peacefully. Dr. Lane adjusts the emergency lighting one last time. Michael stands nearby watching over him. Dr. Lane, you did it, he's safe. Michael smiles faintly. Michael, for now. Project Mirage may be over for him, but the fight for truth never ends.
Narrator, VO.
When the guilty are desperate, and the innocent are endangered, sometimes the smallest, unseen heroes become the strongest. Sunlight breaks through the clouds. The city stirs with renewed energy. News helicopters hover above, broadcasting the fallout of Project Mirage.
Narrator, VO.
When secrets are exposed, the world changes, some for the better, some for the worse. In courtroom day, Anthony Russo sits in handcuffs, surrounded by federal agents. The courtroom is packed with media. Judge Anthony Russo, you are charged with human experimentation, endangerment, and conspiracy. Russo glares at the judge, then at Michael, Dr. Lane, and Agent Carter seated in the courtroom.
Husu.
You think this ends here? Michael meets his gaze, unwavering. Michael, it ends when justice is served. And this time there's no escape. In hospital day, Daniel plays quietly in a sunlit hospital room. Dr. Lane watches over him, smiling. Dr. Lane, you're safe now. Completely. Michael sits nearby, a protective presence. Michael, and this time no one's going to hurt you. Daniel looks up, innocent and unaware of the danger he just survived. In safe house day, Carter reviews the remaining Project Mirage files. They've been handed to the authorities and multiple news outlets. Agent Carter, with these files they can never hide again. The experiments, the subjects, everything is out in the open. Hansen sits quietly, guilt and relief mixed in her expression. Nurse Hansen, I did what I could to make it right. Michael places a hand on her shoulder. Michael, you helped save a life. That counts. XT. New York City day. Police escort Russo and his enforcers into a secured vehicle. The media swarms, capturing the moment. Power can corrupt. Secrets can kill. But courage, loyalty, and the truth can survive even the darkest experiments. In hospital garden day, Michael, Dr. Lane, Carter, and Daniel walk through a hospital garden. Sunlight warms their faces. Daniel runs ahead, laughter filling the air. Dr. Lane feels normal again. Michael, normal, maybe that's the hardest thing to protect. Carter smiles, looking at the files now secured in a federal database. Agent Carter, and we did it. Russo is behind bars. Project Mirage is exposed. And Daniel, he's alive. Michael kneels to Daniel's level. Michael, you're stronger than anyone imagined. And this world is finally yours to grow up in. Daniel smiles, running into Michael's arms. XT. City skyline, sunset. The city glows in warm hues. The skyscrapers stand tall, a symbol of resilience and survival.
Narrator, VO.
The storm has passed. Some wounds will heal. Some truths will linger. But the boy survived. And for now that is enough.